Seattle. A quiet Saturday morning, until a scream echoed down the condo hallway. Who changed the Wi-Fi? Karen's voice cut through the walls like broken glass and suddenly the peace was gone. Homeowners Association, clutching her coffee mug, froze for a second, then sighed. Oh, no, here we go again. It wasn't the first time. Karen had always treated the shared condo building like her personal kingdom. But this time, the target wasn't just Homeowners Association, it was HOA's teenage son. The boy had changed the Wi-Fi password, that's all. A harmless act, done to keep his gaming time secure from freeloaders. But Karen twisted it into something monstrous. She stormed down the hallway, her slippers slapping hard against the tile. This is cybercrime. Do you hear me? Cyber crime, she shrieked, pointing her finger like a prosecutor in a courtroom. Homeowners Association tried to reason with her, holding her palms up. Karen, calm down. It's just a password reset. But Karen's face flushed crimson. Don't you dare tell me to calm down. I'm calling the police. HOA's son peeked from behind the door, wide-eyed. Mom, is she serious? The boy's voice cracked between fear and disbelief. Homeowners Association let out a long breath, pinching the bridge of her nose. She's serious. Too serious. And then, almost like a cruel joke, sirens wailed outside. Red and blue lights danced across the glass windows. Karen had actually called 911 again. Officers. Karen cried as two police stepped inside the condo building lobby. They hacked me. These people hacked my life. She clutched her phone dramatically, like a victim in some made-for-TV thriller. The cops exchanged a glance, tired of her antics, but they followed protocol. They asked HOA's son a few questions, checked the router, tapped on their tablets. But something changed in their faces, curiosity turned to suspicion, then suspicion to something sharper. Ma'am, one officer said slowly, turning toward Karen, we need to ask you about this account registered in your name. Karen blinked. What account? What are you talking about? But the officer held up a printed record. Homeowners Association leaned in, eyes widening. It wasn't just about Wi-Fi anymore. Karen's name was tied to multiple fraudulent online purchases, hidden under different usernames, all connected through the condo's network. The very network she'd been screaming about. HOA's heart skipped. Could it be real? She glanced at Karen, who suddenly wasn't screaming but stuttering. No, that's not me. Someone framed me. Her voice cracked, a thin thread unraveling. But the evidence stacked fast, screenshots, IP traces, payment receipts. The Cybercrime unit had been watching this building for weeks and Homeowners Association hadn't even known. The officer's voice grew firmer. Karen, you're under arrest for online fraud and identity theft. The words sliced the air like thunder. Karen gasped, her hands trembling. What? No. They're the criminals. They hacked me. She pointed at Homeowners Association and her son, desperation dripping from every syllable. But this time, no one believed her. The boy whispered, Karma, huh? Homeowners Association couldn't help but let a bitter laugh escape. Yeah, karma came quicker than I thought. Karen screamed as the cuffs clicked shut, her voice echoing through the condo halls, but the power was gone from it now. It was shrill, hollow, like a balloon losing air. Neighbors peeked out of doors, whispering, watching her dragged away. Homeowners Association stood still, coffee mug cooling in her hand, her chest heavy but strangely lighter. Relief, anger, exhaustion, all tangled together. And the twist? Later that night, Homeowners Association received an anonymous message slipped under her door, she wasn't working alone. The handwriting was shaky, urgent. A chill swept down HOA's spine. She glanced at her son, who was already resetting the Wi-Fi again, humming softly, as if none of it mattered. But she knew. this wasn't the end. Still, watching Karen's downfall felt like justice, messy, noisy, but undeniable. Homeowners Association whispered to herself, almost like a mantra, never underestimate the power of the truth. Then, with a sigh, she finally sat down to finish her now cold coffee.